let's talk about fucking Jake Paul versus Mike Tyson. I didn't get to talk about this yesterday, but my disappointment was immeasurable. Okay. Jake Paul I mean, look, I've been thinking about this quite a bit for the past week leading up to this fight. And I even tweeted that, I even tweeted my anger of the situation. I even tweeted my anger of the situation leading up to the fight where Jake Paul was like saying some you look sadistic in this light. Wait, what? The does that mean? I don't even know how to respond to that, dude. Yeah, when Jake Paul was like talking about for liberty, for God today, I was like, dude's fighting a 58-year-old man. And it feels like, I mean, it just felt so weird. It felt so weird watching this because like it literally felt like Jake Paul did this elaborate bit to do. And I feel like it's going to backfire on him because like this is not him like ending the legacy of Mike Tyson, even though so many people were very clearly watching for Mike Tyson and you know, wanted Mike Tyson to fucking chop Jake Paul's head off. It felt like you know, again, Mike Tyson is another person with a lot of you know, baggage, to say the least, to use the nicest terms possible. It felt like, regardless of his background, it felt like Mike Tyson is like a deity almost in this sport, right? For boxing. He is a boxing legend, right? And is Mike Tyson based? No, I wouldn't say that. Okay. But I think that the condition that Mike Tyson was in at the age of 58 was so sad, was so fucking sad that like he couldn't move. He had no footwork whatsoever. It was obvious. Like his upper body is fine. He could like move around a little bit, but like he couldn't make up the distance. Jake Paul obviously had a reach advantage over him. And ultimately, like, I mean, he tripped on his fucking walkout. You know what I mean? He looked sad the entire time. And for me, like watching Mike Tyson, just a shell of what is a former glory represented for boxing, it just made me sad. It literally looked like, you know, Jake Paul was beating on an elderly man. The first three, like up to the third round, the first two rounds, like you could see Jake Paul was scared because Mike Tyson did open up on him a couple times. Like he was able to make up the distance. And Jake would immediately hug him immediately. And obviously Mike Tyson did this for the money. And I get that, you know, $20 million minimum is a lot of money on the table to just not like, is a lot to just like cast aside. But if Jake Paul's goal here was to present himself as a person who like finished the legacy of a boxing legend, I think he failed spectacularly at that. I think people lost faith in the dignity of boxing in general. I feel like people lost faith in the sport. I feel like people definitely are grossed out by the gimmick fights that he puts on. And yeah, I don't know. Like even it felt like the third round, it shifted, right? Like the third round, in the third round, it shifted when Jake Paul started opening up on Mike Tyson a bunch of times. And I felt like it just looked ruthless. It looked awful. It looked silly. Like you watch this guy who couldn't move. You know what I mean? His legs were just simply not working. And he would just like slowly walk up and try to fucking get a couple shots on him. The Taylor Serrano fight before was fire. Yes, it was. It was sick. That was the best fight of the night.